Today, we are talking about during a closed mainnet, how partial Pi payments benefit the ecosystem. I first proposed this approach 2 years ago, when many pioneers opposed it. They consider Pi to be a currency and question the necessity of paying part of the fiat currency for barter. Some people even accused me of earning fiat money from merchants who used part of it. As an accountant, my ideas are based on practicality and feasibility. The reasons why I recommend partial Pi payment are as follows. Our goal is to establish the Pi as a currency, but we haven't done it yet. We are currently creating Pi as a currency in the community. Only the pioneers regarded it as a currency. So parties outside the Pi community, like the government collecting taxes or businesses paying rent, employee salaries, utilities, and material costs, all of these require statutory payment. Since the current closed mainnet has been running for 2.5 years, therefore, the merchant has been working for such a long time. It is not feasible to accept full Pi payments without fiat currency. The earliest may not be available for another 5 months. It may also take up to 11 months. In the meantime, willing to join the Pi network? And fewer merchants may accept full Pi payments for a long time, except for some merchants who offer limited products and aim to accumulate Pi. There may also be a lack of high-value products available for barter. This is why I have observed that many Chinese merchants and online stores are waiting to open the mainnet. They will only accept full Pi payments once is available. However, if we fail to develop a true ecosystem in the current closed mainnet stage, when more pioneers receive Pi from their wallets, they may lose hope and decide to sell the Pi. Without a strong ecosystem, prices could drop significantly after opening the mainnet, because many pioneers may be looking to sell. Therefore, it is essential to establish a strong ecosystem at the current stage approaching We submitted OM's petition on Pi today because we have observed that most of the pioneers in the GCV community leaders or business people are trading their resources for small items and pay Pi in full after 6 to 10 months. Pi today represents a significant milestone because we have successfully determined price of active GCV data for the last 3 to 4 months, covering almost 90% of blockchain records. If CT announced on that day, it requires CT to declare GCV as a price for the entire ecosystem. This will greatly accelerate the development of the ecosystem because everyone will be behind make full Pi payments with GCV. However, CT may be more conservative in this approach. I believe they want pioneers to build an ecosystem using GCV prices themselves. I personally think that by achieving this, they may not feel the need to announce a price because GCV has become widely accepted. I think this is an exciting opportunity for GCV and the ecosystem. The solution lies in partial Pi payments. In the following discussion, I will explain why during the closed mainnet, accepting full Pi payments may not work well. If merchants of high-value products accept full Pi payment, especially when supporting GCV, pioneers will flock and buy all their products, putting merchants at risk of bankruptcy. As a result, merchants without high-value products will not be willing to disclose their company or store name and address because they are afraid of bankruptcy. This method of full Pi payment with GCV, this will give speculators the opportunity to use GCV to trade merchants' high-value products, then exchange low-priced Pi to accumulate Pi. In this way, GCV merchants sacrifice their money and products. But we don't actually have strong GCV data. They support GCV because they want it to succeed. So the Pi is worth $314,159. However, when they barter here, the pioneers will sell them in the market at a low fiat price, for cash or at low Pi prices in the mall. Perform barter to create low-price data. This makes the sacrifice of merchants useless because some pioneers will disrupt the fair market price of fiat currency and create low Pi prices to the detriment of GCV merchants. I mention this because it did happen that merchants and online stores changed their minds. Until joins the ecosystem at a fixed price, It benefits individual pioneers, not all pioneers. Those who lack access to high-value products feel anxious and complain. This situation may also prevent merchants from joining the Pi network. I know many Chinese business people who have invested a lot of money in bartering and encountered financial difficulties. So if full Pi payment is required, they will not participate. Now is a good time to advocate for merchants to re-engage in using partial Pi payments. The reason behind this assertion is the strong support of the pioneers for GCV. A key development is that after 2 years of education, it is widely recognized that we are actively involved in setting the price of Pi. However, the long-term operation of a closed mainnet limits the ability of most merchants to fully support Pi payments. As pioneers, we have a responsibility to help merchants solve this cash flow challenge. Every pioneer will regularly stock up on groceries, clothing, footwear, accessories, furniture, home appliances, mobile devices, television, and various other necessities, such as spending large amounts of fiat currency. Our collective purchasing power is considerable. 6,000 wallets hold 1.20 billion available Pi. Harnessing this power internally will bring tremendous benefits to the pioneers. Today's action with GCV confirms on price at GCV $314,159. If we choose to do nothing and just wait, first, we will not be able to prepare for the next 5 to 11 months of household spending reserves sufficient fiat currency. Secondly, the price of GCV cannot be guaranteed. More importantly, if during these 5 to 11 months, we are not building a true ecosystem without users and a uniform pricing system, the success of is in jeopardy. I believe CT can set a deadline for us today, before the next Pi today, because they have seen the creation of GCV. But if we don't take action, things will change. I noticed that the proposal for partial Pi payment, it has received enthusiastic support from several national communities. China GCV Core Team and Philippines GCV Core Team. Proposals for partial Pi payments have been announced to merchants. Many merchants are satisfied with this and willing to support GCV partial Pi and partial fiat currency payment methods. The payment ratio is flexible, ranging from 10% to 90% of the Pi payment. Merchants will enhance brand reputation and increase sales by reaching out to global 10 million pioneers. However, we must remind all merchants and service providers they should list competitive original fiat prices, then list the prices of some fiat currencies and some Pi. By accepting partial Pi payments, merchants will have enough fiat currency to replenish their inventory and pay taxes, salaries, rent, etc. This will help them maintain the liquidity of their inventory and maintain a good cash flow. Merchants accept partial Pi payments in order to keep part of their profits as Pi, and then they can pay their suppliers with these Ps, or convert it to fiat currency after Therefore, apart from the price of Pi, they will not face significant risks. Furthermore, if there is a concerted global effort to promote GCV, merchants will be protected from risk, as GCV will become a fixed price for Merchants can participate in the Pi network by participating in one of the most beneficial public blockchains in the world. Build a loyal customer base. This approach is designed to attract pioneering merchants from the Pi community and attract businesses from outside the community, building a complete industrial chain for Pi after It is essential to be recognized as a fully functional currency. Now, we are laying the groundwork for a post-DOM era. Pioneer merchants who have not completed KYC can use the Echo wallet. Non-pioneer merchants can also apply to become pioneers. If the merchant has not passed KYC or activated the wallet, they can also use the Echo wallet. Once they have their own wallet, they can then transfer the Pi to their personal wallet or pay suppliers from their Echo wallet. If the merchant is a company, it is not recommended to transfer the Pi to a personal wallet because profits are the property of the company, not the individual. Although profits are expressed in the form of Pi, they are the legal property of the company. Therefore, they should use the company's name to open an Echo wallet. As pioneers, we should not only focus on KYC and migrating Pi to our wallets. There is also a responsibility to contribute to creating the value of Pi and supporting the development of the ecosystem. This means actively participating in the development of the ecosystem. Share information and participate in barter transactions to generate GCV data. These activities can help pioneers save money and contribute to the overall development of the ecosystem. I've noticed that many recent pioneers have focused solely on KYC processes. Although it is important to pay attention to this, we must understand that KYC is not yet open to everyone. Therefore, don't panic if you are unable to complete the KYC. Instead, you can wait your turn. If it's not open to you, your clock won't start. So don't worry. We should shift our attention to the development of ecosystems. The logic is simple. If we want the KYC and migration process to be faster, we need a strong ecosystem with stable GCV prices. By actively contributing to the development of the ecosystem, we can speed up the whole process. If we stay passive, the process may be more conservative. It is important to realize that without a vibrant ecosystem, the rapid migration of Pi could pose a high risk of black market activity. By prioritizing ecosystem development, all pioneers will benefit from a faster migration process and ensure its success. Ms. Lumari, Global GCV Ambassador from the Philippines. Ecosystem development through the organization of nearly 30 provincial GCV ambassadors demonstrated exceptional leadership for all local GCV ambassadors. Doing business locally is crucial because they will be more familiar with the local offline business. Every community has its own unique forms and strategies. Isam is Nani from Indonesia. Community leaders Mr. Patrick in Malaysia and Mr. Daniel in China are very actively involved in this strategy. There are many more high-performing community leaders I didn't mention. I really appreciate all your hard work and effort. As long as we can incentivize various merchants and service providers to join, we can hope to successfully develop the ecosystem. We should be aware that may be coming by the end of the year, or launch before Pi Today next year. Although CT may need to consider a variety of factors when making a decision, but I believe ecosystem development will be an important factor. Therefore, the success of is directly related to our pioneers. I will post in the next article China and Philippines GCV core team announcement. Call on merchants to take action on some GCV Pi payments. If any Chinese merchants are interested in participating, please contact Mr. Ryoshi, Global GCV Ambassador from China. I believe Ms. Lumari, the Global GCV Ambassador from the Philippines, already doing an excellent job in caring for the Filipino community. Global pioneers, let's unite! Education and promotion of some fiat currencies and Pi payment systems. Together, we can strengthen the Pi network ecosystem and successfully launch and GCV as soon as possible.